Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to Sportsology. I am your host, Ryan Kostrowski. If it's a first time watcher to the show, thank you very much for tuning in. The point of the show is for me to come on here and just briefly talk about my two areas of expertise. During the day, I do technology advising for my company, Enterprise Systems Group. We work mostly here in Wisconsin, but we help people with the likes of voice over IP, pretty much anything on their network, security, AV, network security, things like that. And I like to come on and just talk for maybe a minute or two about something that we have, whether it be a product, a person, a concept, or anything like that. And then I'll pivot over and I'll talk about my top and basically only hobby at this point in my life, which is daily fantasy sports. Kind of run through my feeler lineup for the day and just kind of give you some ideas of who you can target tonight. As always, if you're watching this for the first time, if you would retweet me, like the video, subscribe to this channel. Subscribing is the best way to get notification of new videos. But if you're willing to do any of those things, sincerely appreciate it. Thank you very much. Besides that, let's kind of pivot over and start talking technology right away. So today, I don't want to talk about a product. I don't want to talk about a service necessarily. What I want to do is talk about one of our staff members here at ESG. And while I won't give his name, because I haven't talked to him about using his name, I have an opportunity to work with him on a very often, and he is a very, very bright individual. He knows stuff that I'll never fully understand, and quite frankly, I don't have the time nor the maybe even the abilities to quite understand it. He's an expert at things like ethical hacking, social engineering. He can help out with things like penetration testing, vulnerability assessments. Ultimately, he understands that world, and he can help you make sure that your network is secure. Not a day goes by, I feel like, that we don't hear about something in the news. You know, anything from like something very large, like the Target issue from last year with the cards, or even as something as trivial as, say, celebrities' photos getting leaked or whatever it might be. People are always getting hacked. There's a lot of really bright people out there with not so great intentions. Well, our internal employee, he does have good intentions. That's why he's a quote unquote ethical hacker. And if that is something that's a concern of you, if that keeps you up at night, if that is something that's a worry of yours and you want a peace of mind, talk to me. Send me an email and we can find a time to talk with this individual and we can figure out how secure your network is together. And that's it. That's my piece for today on technology. If you got any questions, you can shoot me an email and we will talk that way. But as of right now, let's look into what I have as kind of my working cash lineup tonight for DraftKings. Pitchers, I'm going to go Felix Hernandez and Aaron Sanchez. Sanchez because the Yankees can't hit right now, and Hernandez because the San Diego Padres can never hit. They just can't. They can't hit right-handed pitching. They can't hit anybody, but they most definitely are the worst in the league versus right-handers. So Hernandez and Sanchez. Coors Field is where it's at again tonight. It was where it was at last night. I got a bunch of guys from Coors in here. My first pick of all picks today is Nolan Arenado at third base. To me, that is a staple of any lineup you should have. If you want to fade him for a tournament, I guess I can get that. But in a cash game, that should be your top choice. He's only 4,500. That is extremely affordable. He's got the righty-lefty split. He homered twice last night. I don't know what else to tell you. Third base is Nolan Arenado. Catcher, I got Tucker Barnhart. I'm not in love with that pick. Tyler Chatwood of the Rockies has actually been pretty darn good this year, so I'm not going to be big on any of the Cincinnati Reds guys. If I were, it would be Duvall and Bruce, but I got Barnhart in there for salary cap relief. First base, I got Paul Goldschmidt. He just recently got very locked in. He's starting to become himself. A little bit of a rough start of the year to him, but he's really come around lately, and he's had some career success off fires. Not a ton of at-bats, but he's hit them well from when he has faced them. Second base, DJ LeMahieu, pretty much another no-brainer to me. Shortstop, I got Daniel Descalso, also of the Rockies, 3,100. Great salary cap relief. And then I also got Carlos Gonzalez. Now, I usually won't go with anybody with a lefty-lefty split, but Cargo is just so locked in right now that I am not going to not play him. I usually try to avoid the lefty-lefty split like it's the plague, but this is one of those exceptions to the rule. All right, the one guy I want to bring up tonight who I think would be great salary cap relief for you is going to be at $2,900, Jake Marisnick of the Houston Astros. Now, most people will take a look at him and see that he's batting 188 on the year and will not give him a second thought. What you maybe don't notice is the fact that in his last 18 at-bats, he has 8 hits, 3 of them going for extra bases, including a home run. He's only struck out twice. He has a stolen base in that time. He just looks locked in at the plate. If they bump him up in the order, I'm even more bullish on him. As for right now, I think Jake Marisnick offers excellent salary cap relief tonight. Lastly, I got Brandon Guyer in there for 4,300. I'm not in love with this pick because he is only 2 for his last 17. Baseball players are streaky by nature, but he actually destroys left-handed pitching. So I do have him in there, but for 4,300, I may look to upgrade somewhere else and maybe spend down on him. Not 100% sold on that one as of right now. So that's what I got for today, guys. Thanks for watching Sportsology. Subscribe to the station. Click a thumbs up. Anything that you do is always, always very much appreciated. Have a great day.